Chair, and I want you and the honorable members to note this. We are being given the third answer on the same question. The first answer was, my lawyers went without an instruction. Then upon being made aware that they've committed something unethical, then the minister says, no, I actually gave them an instruction. Then I point this two contradictory statements to the minister. The minister gives a third answer on the same question. No, actually, my lawyers didn't go. I didn't give them instruction. It's Matala who writes to my lawyers uninvited, dear Mr. So-and-so, I represent, which means, which answer stands here? Because it's either the lawyers went without the minister's permission, or the minister gave them the instruction, or Matala wrote the letter uninvited by anyone. So, Minister, please clarify this three, because as things are, it's becoming worse now. Because you gave me three answers. The lawyers went without me. Then I said, no, they can't do that. It's unethical. Oh, I gave them instruction. It was my wish. Okay. You now give them instruction. You still want to have access to people who are behind big fences and walls at maximum prison. No. It's not that. Actually, Matala and the wife, now the wife comes now for the first time since we canvassed this question. Matala and the wife's lawyer wrote and said they represent them, and we must get their affidavit because we are going to Madlanga's commission. Which one do we take home here? Because it's not me. You know, Minister, the worry is you shouldn't think you are speaking to me. These matters, as you stand there addressing us, you are clarifying the country which is troubled by these things. That ministers have got access to dangerous criminals to an extent that they can even have access to them even when they are behind bars. Matala was found with a phone in a maximum prison. Matala produces a minister's affidavit from a maximum prison. According to minister's evidence that it's not me, he wrote to me. Because of that, then we used the affidavit. What is the answer, Chair?
The answer is, I did say in the discussion, in the course of discussion over time with lawyers, I did express a need or a wish that I distance myself or be away from Matala. Remember, I had issued a statement on the 9th of July saying I've never spoken to Matala, I've never received or asked for anything from him. So I made this statement. Now, we discuss with the lawyers. You are open. You are relating your wishes that relate to the case. Now, once I expressed that, now that wish, you call it an instruction. I don't want to disagree with you that it was an instruction as received. Next thing, lawyers then, pursuing my wish, they call Matala's lawyers. And then this is the result. Now, I don't think you should stress this thing any far or any further other than what it is. That is an expression of what I had said. Because I said, I don't know. If this affidavit was saying anything different, then I would be concerned. But this says what I said I never, and so on, and I expressed a wish. And I don't think there's any other better authority than a person himself, that there's no line whatsoever between him and myself.
Minister, where do I get that letter you were reading? Because I want to read it again. It doesn't say. Your lawyers approached those guys. They would have said, dear so-and-so, in line with the letter you wrote to us requesting affidavit from our client, please find attached affidavit. It says, dear so and so, we represent so and so, and therefore we represent Matlala and the wife, and our client wishes to state it clear that he doesn't know the minister and this is David. So it's not what you are saying. Your wishes were never delivered to Matlala by your lawyers.
Never.
According to that letter.
Never.
So how does Matlala now know minister has got wishes to have a...
My lawyer spoke to his lawyers. That's what I'm saying.
Check, where do you find this letter the minister is referring to?
You'll find the copy. Here is this.
No, I'm saying in our attachments.
Oh, okay.
Do we have?
No.
Let's see.
No, Chair, we've just been asking for the copy of the letter. We haven't received it.
Can I please have the copy?
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks, Chair. I start from which page? The cover page. Dear Mr. Julius, thank you for your email. No, it has not been sent to the Commission. Dear Advocate, we acknowledge a receipt of the affidavit. We clarify, for clarity, was this forwarded to Madlanga Commission? Dear Mr. Julius, I confirm that I act on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Matlala, who have directed, you mark that, who have directed that I send this email to you. I understand that you represent the Police Commissioner, Mr. Senzo Mchunu, at the Madlanga Commission. They don't say, we acknowledge your request and following that request, please find attached affidavit of Mr. Matlala. So this letter is the first initiative in relation to the affidavit. How does Matlala know that a minister has got wishes? You sit with your lawyers, you express your wishes, and then you go separate ways. Before you know it, affidavit comes from maximum prison to your lawyer, who has never communicated with the lawyer of Matlala, or who has never spoken to Matlala himself. So how does Matlala now come to send you an affidavit which you have not requested, which earlier on you said you gave them instruction, earlier on you said they acted on their own, and then so on. Now we'll park that. We now are here. What gives effect to this letter? What makes these people to write this letter and then send you an affidavit?
It's my lawyers talking to Matlala's lawyers.
Okay. Let me leave it, Chair. Why would a minister, even if this guy gave you the affidavit, where is, I know legally there's nothing wrong and all of that, but morally society has got a problem with this chap. And you still want to associate in a way with this chap, because you didn't need Matlala's affidavit to tell us that you don't know Matlala, because we'll have Matlala as well. He's on our list to ask him, do you know the minister? And if he says yes, then we know there's contradictions. Perhaps further inquiry will be made. But you don't need Matlala's affidavit in your clean papers, your morally high standard papers. You don't need such a character's affidavit to be attached and to be associated with you. This is a guy they say got 360 million tender in your department, and you say you cancelled it because it was wrongly awarded. Why would you want to be associated with such a person, irrespective of him writing in your favor that, no, I don't know the minister? Irrespective of writing in your, it's a character you don't want to be associated with. Now we're sitting here, you've got a affidavit from a morally questionable character, whereas a character that writes an affidavit from maximum prison.
I don't want to be associated with Matlala. This is what the affidavit says.
But you are now associated. We've got Matlala's affidavit. You've got Matlala's signature in your papers.
I don't want to be associated.
So why put his affidavit in your papers?
The affidavit doesn't say so. Don't want
now-
to be, yeah, I don't want to be associated with him
Yeah.
in any way, And this is what the affidavit says.
Yeah, but
obtained by
who you get
lawyers.
affidavits from is very important. You don't just get affidavit from questionable characters, especially people who are behind bars. That as a minister of police, you, even if there's nothing legally wrong, you should just know it might raise certain questions, which gave, this situation we find ourselves in. Had you not solicited anything from Matlala, was in maximum prison where it should be difficult to access him. We now sitting here, and you've got Matlala's affidavit, and we've been told that you are associated with Matlala. You are enabling Matlala to engage in illegal activities in the department and all of that. Something that you came here to clarify, but you come carry Matlala's affidavit to come and clarify us that Matlala must tell us from prison through you that you are not associated with him. I find that a bit problematic.